Beastie Beasts. How you all doing? It's Kirsty, or Double FTK, as usual, with another Facecam commentary. Sorry, I was going to say gameplay commentary, but you guys have to forgive me. You guys do know that I have used a pretty similar intro for a long time now, which I know you guys are pretty familiar with. I do get it quoted to me quite often, and it's actually right most of the time. So it probably does say that maybe I do say that thing a little bit too much, but I don't know. It's me. It's sort of good for you guys. You click on a video, and you know pretty much straight away who it is just from the first 3 words. And I think that's pretty cool. Anyway guys, we've actually got a little bit of a topic for today's discussion, because I know you guys like this guy-girl relationship sort of stuff, and I know that you guys really like real life stories. So I figure let's put those two together, add a face cam, and hopefully this sort of covers all bases for all you guys. Well, a hell of a lot of you anyway. So what I thought we'd talk about today, and we might make this a little bit of a series in future, is I figured that we'll go through the X-Files. And by X-Files, I mean the EX files. Although some of you guys are probably a little bit too young to remember that TV show, The X-Files, which is sort of where I've pulled this title from, quite shamelessly stolen it, but that's all good. Anyway, let's get on to this. Well, what or who I actually wanted to talk about today was an ex-boyfriend of mine by the name of John. John, I don't even know really where to start with John. He was quite a weird individual, but you know what it's like when you're young, and they're cute, and they're mysterious, and I don't know, I was really bad for that. I loved bad boys, weird boys, lost little puppy dog boys, and I suppose he sort of fitted into all three. But maybe not the bad boy category so much until he got with me. Because I was pretty bad when I was a teenager. We used to cause a lot of trouble. We got into a lot of shit. We got into a lot of trouble. So much stuff that I can't even tell you guys a lot of it, just because I know I have so many young viewers. And I don't, really want to be negatively encouraging them, because the world was a little bit of a different place back then. You know what I mean? You walk around in Melbourne now and you're pretty much likely to just get shanked in the back for calling someone something simple. Anyway, let's get on to John. John? It's really weird. I don't even know where to start. Alright, let's just say it. I'm just going to spill it straight out. How did I meet John? I met John in the nut house. Not because I was there, because you guys know that girl Carly I've spoken about before. The ex-best friend who I sort of had that bitch fight with, where I jumped on her, got a bit of a punch in the face. Sorry, Carly. No, I'm not really. So I hope if you're watching, hi Carly. But anyway, let's go back to John. So she was in the psych ward, and when I was visiting her, well, she wasn't in the psych ward for anything significant. She just wouldn't go to school, and they had this great idea. She had this complicated anxiety disorder, but she just didn't want to go to school. It was pretty simple. But, so I was visiting her one day, and I come across this quite strange, mysterious, a little bit schizo guy by the name of John. And yes, that is the John that we're going to talk about today. And I was with him for a few months after this, and I really don't know why. He was a really strange one, and I guess I've always been a real bleeding heart. For some reason, if I see someone in need, I just want to help them, I want to protect them. I'm really motherly like that. And you guys have probably noticed that, because still now, I'm pretty much the exact same way. And John was no exception. I wanted to help him, I wanted to befriend him, and we ended up pretty close. We were really good friends. But honestly, I think we were better friends than what we actually were being with each other. Because I'm not sure how much of it was me. Well, no, I don't think any of it was actually me. He was just a strange one from the start. He pretty much come out of the closet not that long after me and him broke up. Well, we didn't break up, I dumped him. Because, well, you can't save them all. Eventually I figured that out. Although it still doesn't stop me from trying. So, I should have known there was something up anyway, because I did lose my virginity to this guy, and he wasn't exactly normal. Especially downstairs, if you know what I mean. The typical teenage boy, it generally doesn't take him that long to come to the party. But John, he was fashionably late, quite often. So, I'm sure that you guys can sort of get my drift. And I don't think it's actually possible to turn another person gay. He'd known ever since he was a little kid. We actually spoke about it quite a bit after. He'd sort of had the balls to come out to everyone. And he'd known for a long time. He was just trying to deny what he was, mainly just because society's the way they are. He really, didn't want to disappoint his parents. Not that that does disappoint parents, but it is just one of those things that people often get in their head. So, I don't know, guys. I hope you've enjoyed this very interesting, partially sexual story. And, yeah, definitely like the video or favourite it or anything like that. Just let me know that you guys do enjoy these sort of things, because they do take me a little bit longer to put together. And, yeah, peace out.
Transform second hand into